Good morning to you all. I just want to holler out to my Ford guys. I'm having a bit of a problem. I bought this truck. It's a 1996 Ford F350. It's got a 351 Windsor in it, which is a beautiful motor. Very beautiful motor. Very well designed. Tuning up, you could probably get almost like 460 horsepower out of the full torque horsepower out of this engine. I'm having a problem. I bought this from a gentleman. He told me that he had replaced the ECC, or the electric control module, ECM. This guy right here. I don't know if you can get a good look in here. That guy right there. Okay. Said that he had replaced that, and that he had also replaced the coil. Can you see the coil right there? All right. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is why it is functioning not right now. I have replaced the alternator once, and the battery light in the truck just completely went off the charts. It started acting up. So, in my mind, easiest thing, replace the battery. So I've replaced the battery. I've also replaced the other alternator, which is a rebuild. You almost can never find these things with the brand new anymore. They remake them all, and sometimes you get a good one, sometimes you get a bad one. So I have replaced mine again, and I have also replaced my cap and rotor. As you can see, I went to the MDR high performance one, also with the button. I have also over here in the distribution box, this guy right here, as you can see, I have replaced the fuel, because that's when I started having the problem. I tried to turn the key over and I wasn't hearing the fuel pump. I went back there, I did all the tests that they have on the internet to try and kind of prime it. Actually, a little bit later I will test that for you and show you that the fuel system is still working. So I've replaced that guy in hopes that it was just a bad relay. Unfortunately, that did not fix the problem. I have checked all of my fuses, as you can see here. Let me see if I have a good ground. I have checked all the fuses here. Boom. These are all good, except for these two right here. These two 10s. I don't know if you can see that in the box there, but the 15 should come on. If the key is on, 25, 30, 20. Also, guys, this is not a four-wheel drive. This is only a two-wheel drive. And all of these fuses are working, as you can see, except for the 20, because that's when it comes on, when the key turns on in the first part of the ignition. And then I'm going to see the EEC here. I'm just going to pull that guy out. Now, normally what you're doing is you're looking for a power, right? Or at least you have a ground to test what is actually being worked. This is being a little difficult, so I'm going to just set the phone here for a second. I'm sure I can get this out in editing. Who cares? No one edits anymore. Anywho, so from this guy, you can see this last bit here. This last bit here is your fuel check, right? The last one right here, which if the key is on and you have power going to it, it will engage the fuel pump. We'll just test all of these, make sure I don't have some weird power issue. Right, and there's my ground for my safety. Anywho, so I have checked all of this stuff. I've replaced everything that I could possibly replace, except for the main computer, which I'm really trying not to, because a lot of the times these ECMs, they don't go bad. they're hard card processors. You know, it's hard to like overheat one of these, or like there's surge protectors and all this cool stuff that is inside of these. So if you could just give me a one more thing. Any other tips would be really helpful at this point. So, as I'm getting back to my story, I have replaced all of these things. I have tested everything possible. After replacing the alternator on the other side and hooking everything back up, I turn the damn key over, and now I have no fire, no fuel at all. None. You know, I cut a hole in the back of the truck. I know that's stupid, but I'm serious. I am not dropping a tank on a Ford. It's so much easier just to put a piece of metal over the fucking thing and just bygones be bygones. You're going to have to change it eventually, or at least rebuild the thing at some point again. Especially with these F350s, because there's two of them. Two tanks. Two. I have checked all my switches, all my diversion switches, and pretty much all of that stuff in that direction, thinking that I might have a clog or anything somewhere, but still I turn the key over and I'm not hearing the noise. Yet every time that I attempt to test it, both tanks tend to come on, whichever one that I have on the signal switch to divert to. I have replaced fuel filter. I have replaced pretty much everything in this. Now getting back to the coil, so I've replaced all of my wires. I've replaced my spark plugs. I've replaced the button. I've replaced my distributor cap. The only thing that I have not replaced in that part is the pickup coil inside the distributor cap. Now, personally, I think all of that shit works. And I think that it's before that, because these two, as you can see, I'm going to show you this again. These two right here, this one right here, and this one right here, do not come on when you turn the key on. I don't know if this is a secondary ignition kind of thing, but either way, there's no power getting to either one of these when I have power everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Alright. You're my Ford guys. Please hit me up. Kind of want to figure this shit out because it's really boggling me. I have wiggled the wires around. I have watched a couple of YouTube videos and like tried to figure it out, because there's a lot of people out there who love this 351 Windsor. Just because of the sheer torque that you can get out of it. That's why they put them in, you know, the 250s, 300 or 350s. It's a power plant of an engine, and I would just really hate to see this thing go to waste. Hit me up, let me know what you think. If you could, kind of show me on a video if you have one of these, and just kind of test everything out and kind of show me what's going on. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and keep it real, y'all. Ford